And that hit me very, very big time because what I thought was right, I have to be famous or I'm a failure, or I have to accomplish this, this, and that, or I'm a failure. I have to have at least this amount of income like my friends, or I'm a failure. I'm going to a psychology doctor every month, so I'm a failure. I don't know what to do next year. I don't know what to do today, so I'm a failure. So I started to get rid of all the thoughts that I had. And yesterday, my one of my classes made me listen to Stephen Jobs' speech at Harvard University or something else, and talk about genius and failure has to go together in order to make your life fuller. And that made me feel a little bit better. Because if you don't fail constantly or fail big time, even though it's few times, you will never get to be more than what you are. And plus, failing is what I've been doing for past decade. So even though I feel like I'm lost, there's still passion in me. Well, sometimes I feel like there's no passion in me or any wanting in me. But still, the most important thing is if you feel like a failure, you're doing well. I just wanted to tell you that to my community. So I started to doubt everything that I thought was right. And that's how I came up with the first album, No Thanks. That was very, very crucial moment in my life. I would have never released anything that I thought was imperfect. But it was just like simple tracks that I thought was something like my breathing, a little bit of hope, maybe, a little bit of self-pity, which is also part of me, and everything combined together. This is me. So just letting that out in the world was very, very hard process for me, because not only myself condemned it, but also the people who care about me also questioned it. Like, are you really sure that this is even musical album? Are you not going to regret releasing this album? Do you think you are certain about your move? You know? But I knew that it was the first step for me to accept that I'm weak and that I'm not perfect. I can't never be perfect, but I had to always be perfect and there for my mom, because she was always in pain. She was always struggling. She was always crying. Even my first song was about my mom crying. So I always had to be there for her. So I couldn't really accept myself otherwise. So releasing the album just like that was probably the most brave thing that I did. But it was a little bit hard to accept the fact that it's not perfect and it's out there. So I rushed myself into making the second album, which is good. I'm trying to figure out like how I can be a better person. And I know a lot of you are going through the same stuff, regardless of your status. If you have a stable job income, or you don't have a stable job, or even if you have a job, you might not like your job, your close relationships are messy, or you don't see future in your relationships or in your job or the things that you love. Maybe you don't see value in life, but I decided to repent every doubt. But it's super hard because it's really, really hard to classify which is not from me and which is from the society and the useless norm. Sometimes it's really from me, which I need help, like my depression and my sleepless nights. But in this level, I'm just trying to figure out what I know might not be true. I know some of you really, really relate to me. But at the same time, I can always go back to the pit and dwell in the darkness. But even if I do, I know there are gonna be some of you guys that help me out of it. We will get through it. And we have each other. And that's why I sometimes ask you guys if anything is bothering you, or if you feel like you need emergent help, please email me, okay? Or at least to talk about it in Discord so someone can notify me, because I got so much help from you, and the little things that you say kept me alive. You guys don't believe this. You guys have this hard time believing it, but you guys kept me alive for three years. Yeah, I'm not talking about you, you idiot.